Okay, let's get ourselves together. Yeah, Joey G, you are the first one here today. What you doing, man? Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, looks like we're still live. Okay, I saw a little red line kind of go for a second there, and I thought I lost connection. So, anyways, what is up, Joey, man? Says Charlie, what's up, man? Happy Thursday. What is up, man? I just woke up from a nice, wonderful nap, bro. I swear to goodness, man. I've been getting up at 5:30 every morning, 5 o'clock, 5:30 every morning. Spazzy, MC, Jaden, Hector, Die Hard, Jennifer K. What's up, guys? Telling my dude Joey G, I just woke up from my nap. I've been getting up 5 o'clock, 5:30 every morning. Helping Erica, with her coffee and stuff like that, lunches and stuff. And then I've just been staying up all day, guys, and it has been wreaking havoc on me, man. That plus the whole time change stuff, man, it really kind of has messed up. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I had to take me a nap, and it was wonderful. Look at my eyes, guys. Can you see I'm still trying to wake up a little bit? Charlie's drunk. Anyways, let's see here. Terry Mickles in the house. Chrissy, much love to you and Chrissy. Thank you guys for joining us. Hoping keep the streets nice and clean. Jeff Bartlebaugh, did I see? Yep, Jeff Bartlebaugh, Timothy Flames, Joe Rodriguez. We got 802 Stewart fan in the house. Miss Rebecca Spratling. Are you out of Facebook jail yet? Let me know. Bad Nasha. Jordan Young, what's up, man? Blue-Eyed Bandit, Tiffany Silvis, Jaden Hector Leon, Jeff Bartleball, Jordan Hinsman, what's up? Says me and Zachary say hello. What's up, Zachary? Pow, pow, pow. Much love to you, brother. See that right there? Right there, up there on the wall, right there. Oh, right there. Don't worry about that plate gone off of my see, that travels together. Your old man made that for us, and we've had it up for the past almost 3 years now. Thank you guys, your mother, your father, and Jordan, man. Jordan's been a huge blessing to our following. So GC Corp, what is up? Daniel Hawkins, Ron MC, Miss Rainy UK. Boy, it was just raining here all day. I loved it. I think it's gone though, and I'll be okay without it for a couple of days, I guess. Ace Man in the house. What is up, Ace, bro? Just, man, you know what? I really wanted to, I didn't think I was going to go live today, guys, but, because, like the last couple of days, I've really been focused on, like negative topics and stuff, things going on with the family and other people and stuff. And, guys, I got to tell you, man, like it was really, really tearing me down a little bit. You know what I mean? When you focus on negative stuff and just energy sucking bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it eventually takes its toll on you after a while, you know what I mean? And, so like yesterday I was kind of like at a point, I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this bullshit. I've done spoke out enough, for now, I will come back later, if they talk shit about me and stuff. But for now, guys, I really honestly feel like, I've said enough, and there is nothing that I really need to say. You guys all watch, and you guys all make your own conclusions. Y'all draw your own conclusions. You know what I mean? And, guys, I let it go yesterday. I took me a nap yesterday too, actually, after Erica got home, and, took me a nap, just kind of chilled out from the Facebook and social media, pretty much for the rest of the day and stuff. And I got to be honest with you, man. I woke up last night feeling like really good and really positive. And I woke up this morning feeling really good and a lot more positive, you know what I mean, that I have been. 72 people here watching. Thank you all so much. I know it's an odd time in the day, 1:30 to be vlogging or live streaming, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was going to get on here at noon until I took a nap, but like I said, I really wanted to get on here, guys, and kind of like turn things back around into kind of like in a positive note. You know what I mean? There's so many of you guys out there, you know what I mean, that you cheer me on, go Charlie, and y'all, you like seeing me succeed, you know what I'm saying? You don't like seeing me get sucked in and all that bullshit, you know what I mean? And yeah, I kind of felt like I was going down that rabbit hole a little bit, as it were, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I still feel like I was doing things right and properly, but maybe not exactly, like even now when I feel like I've got everything down, you know what I mean? I can still revert back to my old ways, you know what I mean? And I don't want to do that. I want to stay mindful, you know what I mean, of my success, how far I've come along, all the good things that have happened to me from keeping my not my ego, well, my ego too, but really mainly my anger in check, and yeah, you know what I mean. I just I wanted to try to leave it on a positive note. Like I say, I've been kind of creating this negative environment. They say when you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. They say when you live with apes, man, it's hard to get clean. That's what Marilyn Manson says, and it's true. You know what I mean? Like you cast your card in with the evil crowd, and you end up, that evil crowd becomes your evil environment, it becomes your evil world. You know what I mean? And not going to be doing that. Real born artist Sarah says, Charlie, I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. Loser Garza says hashtag positive Charlie. I definitely agree with you there. Maria Trenum says better off staying out of it. Keep going, doing your own things. Yep, definitely. Dirt bike rider says wheelbarrow, a clown mallet, and a pancake balls. Yeah, joked yesterday. I mean, like I'm sure that there may be times where like Michael and them, like they do stuff to intentionally, you know what I mean, try to aggravate me or trigger, how do they call it, triggered, and I got to just remember that they constantly will do that, you know what I mean. And while it's okay to go ahead and respond back at times, you know what I mean, and to call them out on their shit at times, don't don't find myself, I try not to find myself submersed in that crap. You know what I mean? Like I said, here it was almost 3 days now, you know what I'm saying, that I had, that I kind of came forward. I kind of commented I was commenting on shit that was going on, not involved in my life. You know what I mean? Like all that shit going on with Jennifer and Michael and Tina and them, you know what I mean? Like that honestly really had nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? And, like, I'm really not a social justice fighter, honestly. You know what I mean? I just need to stay focused on myself, But like there are times, and it really gets you, like you can watch strangers do all this stupid crap. I don't know if any of you will understand this, but like you can watch a stranger troll somebody or whatever and be like, whatever, that's horrible, but you can walk away from it, But whenever you see a family member or a friend or something, and they do something that you don't agree with, you tend to speak out on it a little more. You feel more compelled to try and help them see the error of their ways, as opposed to someone that you don't know and you just say screw it. So I think partly in a way, you know what I mean, that might be what I was aiming at, But I mean, like I say, for one, a lot of you already know what the deal is over there. And then for two, what was that? I just lost it. For one, you already kind of pretty much know what's up over there. And for two, I really don't see it helping Jennifer or Michael or helping them see the error of their ways. I don't really think that, that that I'm not in the position in their life to help them understand the error of their ways. I don't think anybody really is in a position in Mike's life to help him understand the error of his ways. Like Michael is just, surrounded himself by yes men. You know what I mean? And all he wants to hear is that he's doing a good job. And so like they don't take criticism like the way I take criticism, perhaps. You know what I mean? Like for example, I'm called out constantly on shit that I did in my past, in my history, you know what I mean? And I'm forced to face it kind of on a daily basis. Not really forced to face it, because I do face it, quite honestly, and I've made amends, and I've atoned with many, many demons in my life, you know what I mean? But so it's not like people are making me do it, but I'm constantly reminded, on a daily basis and stuff. Patrick Vlogs, what is up, brother? Trent Kaplan, Helt Anna, Mackenzie Patrick, Jennifer Baby K, Mackenzie Patrick, yep. Lacrosse. Oh, I don't. Real artist Sarah Ward says, I've said before, you look like your dad. You really do. Have you had a good Halloween? Also, are you sorted for Christmas? We can only do things online. I prefer buying things in person. Well, I appreciate that. Things are a little tight right now. Like we got our insurance paid, and stuff, but it is actually, overdrafted on our accounts and stuff. We're gonna be okay, quite honestly. Erica is working now. I start working the 1st of December and stuff. Come around the 1st of the year, we're gonna end up having everything that we're behind on caught up, and we'll be good. And I'm not really worried about it, honestly, because like I said, Erica is working and I will be working here soon. So it's not like we're looking at all these things that are weighing us down. Do got to say, my friend Sharon, she sent us $25 today. Thank you so much, Sharon. But it was sent to our bank account connected with our Facebook Messenger, which is actually overdrafted like $130 right now. So Sharon helped pay that down a little bit. I won't see it, but thank you anyway. That's kind of what I'm going through right now. And Halloween, it was good. Halloween, I squeezed and compressed every little bit of Halloween joy out of out of the season from September 1st to October 31st, man. And I'm still kind of doing it, like I'm still finding like new episodes of Halloween episodes of Bob's Burgers and The Simpsons. I just saw it yesterday, The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. Watched many scary movies. We didn't get to go into the haunted mansion like we wanted to, guys. We were talking with somebody and they showed us a location and stuff, and it didn't work out like I wanted to. So like part of Halloween night was kind of like a disappointment for me, as it were, but leading all the way up to it, even Christmas, even Halloween Day was still fun for us, so pretty good. We love you back, definitely. Mason Grivala, Kaplan says, Charlie, do you remember the giant pancake? Oh, you know what, man? Yeah, Throwback Thursday. That's what I've been kind of wanting to get down to today, man. You know what I'm saying? Instead of talking about all that bullshit negativity that I'm not even involved in unless I put myself in the middle of, you know what I mean? Let's talk about some throwback stories. I remember the first time that I had tried cranberry sauce. I wanted to share that story with you guys today. And also, Patrick asked about the big giant pancake. So yeah, man, I don't know how many of y'all remembered the Uncle Buck pancake that we were going to recreate. You know what I mean? Dad was trying to, Michael, I guess, actually was trying to think of some kind of different new challenge. You know what I mean? Rather than Dad just blowing up all the time. We wanted to try something new. And I don't know how many of you guys have seen Uncle Buck. But for Miles's birthday, Miles and Maisie, their Uncle Buck has to come watch them in the suburbs of Chicago for a few weeks while their parents, are dealing with, their grandfather having a heart attack. So Uncle Buck, he's very uncouth, he's very unclean, spends much time, at the horse races and playing, going bowling and drinking beer, you know what I mean? And not far from John Candy's actual character. Much love, John Candy. And so anyways, for Miles's birthday, Uncle Buck decides to make pancakes, right? And man, he made this big. He made these pancakes that were literally, dude, like 6 foot in circumference. I'm not even giving it justice. It was like, and it was the coolest thing, man. Big old pad of butter, almost like a gallon of butter turned into a pad right there. He was like, you should see the French toast. Couldn't even get it through the door. I love that movie so much. Anyways, new tropical threat looms. I don't want Ida made landfall as a tropical storm. Now there's a tropical wave that may be a hurricane. It's heading towards Nicaragua and Honduras. Much love to Nicaragua and Honduras out there. So I get stuck with us, man. It was like very impossible, something that we always kind of wanted to do in the back of our heads, Well, Michael and Dad, they had created the means to be able to do this, and the audience, that would want to watch it, And man, I won't forget it, man. We're trying to think. We're brainstorming. We're like, okay, what works for a stove? What can we use as like a flat plate, a hot plate, so that we can burn these pancakes on, and hopefully not burn them. Let's cook them, And so we looked around, we tried to figure out, and guys, I've got to be honest with you. I swear to God, man, it's so fucking crazy. I was just thinking about this like a week ago. We passed a steel yard, and it reminded me, of the pancake, And so what we did was we went to a steel yard. We had them cut us out like an inch thick plate of metal, 6x6, guys. And it was the funniest thing, man. We get there to pick this damn sheet of metal up, and I forget who it was, me and Doug maybe or somebody. We weren't thinking. We weren't thinking, man. This fucking forklift rolls out this fucking 6x6 inch thick steel plate, stainless steel fucking plate of metal. You know what I mean? Brings it up and brings it up to Dad's truck. And then me and Doug, I can't remember, I think it was me and Doug. Me and Doug were like, okay. We walk over here to this sheet of metal. I grab one side and Doug grabs the other side, and then we this thing was so fucking heavy, we could barely even pick it up. And we had to load this thing into the back of the pickup truck. So the forklift driver, he lifts it up higher, gets into the truck, you know what I mean? And we're slowly trying to get this thing to rocket off of the forks and let it slide gently into the back of Dad's truck. And Dad was right there freaking out. And we got it, but I mean, we literally, it almost fell at one point on my foot and everything. And Dad was like, hey, watch my goddamn truck, But we were able to kind of get it in, lower it, and it kind of set catty corner in the back of the truck. And man, we got it back to the house, dude, and we literally just kind of put it on its side and stood it straight up and kind of we fucking walked it on its side all the way to that to the backyard, to the pedestals. I think we had like bricks and stuff that we were making pancakes on and shit that we were gonna make the pancakes on. And we did. We got it. We got it all set up. And we ordered us a freaking spatula, a flat. We ordered, actually looked up like a flat snow shovel, you know what I mean, on eBay or Amazon or whatever. And it came in and it was too small and it had rounded edges. So like we were screwed on the damn spatula. We started the fire underneath this metal, guys. And I swear to God, man, it took like an hour for this thing to get hot. It was so fucking thick and there was so much surface area to it that the pancake didn't even work. You know what I'm saying? I wish that we could have tried that again, man. But the reason the pancake did not work was because the metal was too damn thick and we had to shovel. It's so crazy that you asked about that, because I thought about that yesterday, man. And I won't forget, I remembered I was trying to look up some pictures of me and Dad, like since my old Facebook has been terminated and stuff, I don't have any old pictures of me and Dad anymore, And I was watching some videos, you know what I mean? I was trying to find some videos of me and Dad hugging or something, man. So freaking maybe pathetic or whatever, but maybe not, And I was going to post a picture today of me and Dad, Wow, this happened today because today is Throwback Thursday. So, Shadow Man, much love to you. Thanks for finding my channel. It's around until it's not, and then we'll make us another one. I appreciate it, man. But, oh yeah, so like the Uncle Buck pancake kind of went off, went off as a dud, didn't work. And so we try other things. We're thinking about other things that we're going to do to try and beef up this video, you know what I mean? And we're putting different cans and different stuff on this plate to try and make boil. But like I say, the plate, it was taking so much for this plate to heat up or whatever, that we put a Coke can on that sheet of metal. And no lie, man, we sat there for like 20 minutes waiting for this Coke can to get hot enough to explode. I had the time. I don't know how many of y'all remember, man, but I had the time to actually walk inside, get a cup full of fake blood, and then come back outside. And then I had to make the damn can explode myself. If y'all don't remember, I came up with this machete, and I hit that damn Coke can and it exploded. Boom! And as soon as it did, I dipped my hand into that blood and I said, oh my God. Oh. I should have, and I started running. I should have stayed right there, guys, because I really freaked Michael and Bridget out, man. They seriously thought that I actually had a a wound. You know, I made it look so fucking real. Had I stayed and just been like holding my neck and been like, you know, they might have found out or realized within a couple of seconds. Okay, Charlie's just fucking faking it, you know. And also, y'all would have got to see more on camera too, you know. But instead, you know, I did like that, you know, and I ran. I straight up damn ran away from them and their camera, and they thought it was fucking real. So Bridget straight up 911, 911. We have an emergency. Fucking, I jump in the shower to wash myself off. I get a knock on the door halfway through the shower. Boom, boom, boom. Charlie, come on out. Goddamn cops are here. So the cops had showed up. They told him it was just a prank, you know, and that I was okay. But the cops had to physically see me, and that I didn't have any cuts on me before they would actually leave the house. So I came out of the shower and I was happy. I was like, hell yeah, the first prank that actually had the fucking cops called. And yeah, I showed. I was like, yeah, I'm good, you know, everything. And she was kind of angry with me, you know what I mean? Like, it's not smart, you know what I mean? Like, I literally kind of wasted the police officer's time, you know what I mean, by pulling that prank and having her come out there, you know, and don't do it again, you know, and yeah. Now, you know, I remember I saw a picture the other day. I think it was on my Instagram. I still have Instagram. I ain't been on there in forever though. But I did see a picture. I took a picture of me right in front of the window, in front of the front door, with the police behind me, and proud of myself. I was like, yeah, got myself a nice prank under my belt. I'm not a very great pranker, but real artist says, Charlie, please, can you show us that mask behind you? Looks awesome. Did you make that? I did not make this. Let me show you here. This is layered, guys. Okay, as you all know, this is the mouth breather mask right here. I got this from Walmart. I had to kind of went ahead and took the teeth out of it. This one right here was actually some goggles that came with one of our with one of my hot challenges. I decided to keep the mask because kind of remind myself of Christopher Lloyd from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. All I need is the big black hat. And then I've got this mask right here. Ooh. This mask right here was a gift to me from my friend Tim McGuire, somewhere out of here in North Carolina. He actually knew Doug, Mom, Debbie. He knew all of them, man. Showed me text messages between them and stuff like that. But yeah, reached out to me, a couple of years ago and invited me to what was it called? I've got it around here somewhere. The Oddities Festival. I actually had a couple of flyers left, and I don't recognize where they are on first hand or whatever. But somebody asked me, Christopher Colin says, Charlie, do the mask thing. No, I'm not going to do the mask thing. Like I said, I'm trying to be a little positive today, guys. I don't want to sit there and try and do good and then turn right around and throw jabs. You know, I really want to try, you know. So anyways, got this mask. This thing has been layered now. Hold on. Yeah, I got it all layered, man. The straight green mouth. Oh, what the hell? I'm a pickle puller. Charlie didn't hit Bridget. Can't you tell I'm fucking brainwashed? Look at my ass. Just a quick little one for you guys. So yeah, these are just different Halloween decorations and gifts, you know what I'm saying, that I just kind of layered together in my own little artistic way, you know. That's what art is about, right? It's about taking different various objects from this earth, this life, making something different out of it. Let's see if I can get this back how I had it. Ah! All right, Larry, you're going to have to stay up here. Oh yeah, look at them red eyes on Larry. He's been drinking again. I really can't make no jokes like that. Like I say, as a recovering alcoholic, guys, it looks all fucked up. But as a recovering alcoholic, you know, give credit where credit's due to people that are trying. So let's see here. Mackenzie Patrick, what happened to the money AGP? Man, when like I said, I'm not trying to get in too much into any kind of shit talking, guys. You've heard me, admit numerous times and tell you guys, what I've seen happen and what I believe happened, so future Lord Akeem, what is up, brother? Says Mr. Green, brother, what's up with you today, man? Not much, man. Just hanging out, doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Just took me a nice little nap, and felt a little bad about all the negativity that I was bringing upon myself and all you guys. Over focusing all the bullshit going on with Michael and Jennifer and Isaac and Tina. The past couple of days. Like I say, I had no stake in that. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with me. But just because it's family, and I'm kind of ashamed in what family is doing, I felt the need to speak out. Well, that's not always the case, right? So, just been hanging out, came out, decided to come on here today and kind of do something a little positive, try to bring a positive note back to the channel, because it's been inundated, over the past couple of days with negative live feeds. 98 people here watching. Thank you all so very much, man. I appreciate that. I love being able to keep an audience and a crowd, you know what I mean, while talking on positivity, you know what I mean. It seems like more people will come in and watch and interact, when you've got the bullshit going on, but it's not healthy for me in my life, and I'm trying not to do that, and I'm thankful, for people to come in and just want to talk to me, see what's up with me, what I'm going through, and it means a lot, Trippin' Shuby says, proud of you for remaining sober, brother. Well, man, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Am I at 6 months today? June 6th, July 6th. See, I can't even count like that. July, August, September, October. 3, 6. Yeah, I gotta look it up. I started June 6th. I think I'm 6 months, here probably in a couple more days. And what's up, Shirley? Thank you for joining. And yeah, I'm not going to say that I haven't been tried. I'm not going to say that some days were longer than others. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that I haven't been tempted at times, you know what I mean? Because quite frankly, I'd be lying, but Faulted Wolf, what is up, man? But I've remained strong. Here I am still, and I feel good. I feel real good. And I feel like that if I hadn't been sober, like right now, that I'd have really been drugged down into that wormhole. Like had I not approached this situation sober and threw my lot in, because that's what I did. Like I said, I threw my card into Jennifer's and Michael's lot. And had I not, I think maybe I might have been consumed by this situation to the point where I would be drinking. You know what I mean? Like injustices and stuff, you try to point out, the evils of the world and the wrongdoings and stuff, and people just don't see it. And that's what happened. That's how it was for me, the whole 3 years, I almost kind of felt like myself, almost slowly kind of going back into that cycle that I got myself out of, that I dug myself and crawled myself out of, all these years, but, I just feel like, I don't know, like I say, man, it wasn't, it was none of my bullshit. And like I say, I felt like, like I was trying to tell everybody, like, here, man, just like the last 3 years, trying to tell everybody this, that, and the third. And, punches missing, swing and a miss. And it would get frustrating, I'd be like, damn it, I'm sitting there trying to tell people the truth and no one wants to believe me. Fuck it. And I'd start drinking and stuff, and I perhaps could have gotten back into that cycle today, or, today could have been the day, you know what I mean? And I'm not. I'm staying good, and all of you guys are here seeing that. Like I said, I got on yesterday. I felt a little compelled to come on here after Jennifer told everybody that I was drunk at 11 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that, and I felt compelled to come in here and show you all and prove to you all. But quite frankly and quite honestly, I don't have to prove anything to nobody but myself. You know what I mean? That's what improvement is all about. It's all about focusing on you. You know what I mean? Some people call it a selfish program, you know what I mean? But in order to be able to make a difference in the world around you, You got to make a difference in yourself first. You know what I mean? And that's what I need to get back to, man. Like, I've just been bored and stuff here the past couple of months, man. Like I say, I haven't been working since August because of this whole coronavirus bullshit. You know what I mean? I've pretty much watched all the cartoons I want to watch. I've pretty much played all the video games I want to play. Um, you know, you know, I'm ready to get back to work. I'm ready to feel useful again, and I'm ready to feel utilized in the world. You know what I mean? It's nothing like, you know, coming home from work after busting your ass all day and feeling like you made a difference, not only to your family and stuff, you know what I mean, but you've also contributed, you know, to society. You know what I mean? You're not just a bump on the log. You're not just a seed on a strawberry. You know what I mean? You're actually a productive citizen, you know, of your society, of your environment, and you're creating a positive difference, you know. And I'm telling you, man, there is no better feeling than that. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, you know, it was kind of weird and alien for me, you know, growing up, always being told that I was a fuck up. And I mean, I was fucking up a lot, you know. I did, and you know, I still fuck up sometimes, you know. But the velocity at which my fuck ups occur or have lessened over the years, you know. There was a time where I'd fuck up and I'd turn right around and I'd fuck up again, you know what I mean? And dad would just be like, man, goddamn, you're a fuck up. You know? But I really feel like maybe it wasn't because dad was calling me a fuck up, not necessarily. It was because I kept fucking up. It was because I couldn't get right. It was because I was doing negative things, breeding negative results. You know, had I been a good boy, had I stayed in Boy Scouts, you know, had I stayed kept my nose in the books, and had I made the ACE program, you know, had I, you know, graduated high school as opposed to, you know, getting kicked out and having to get my GED, you know. I could have been living a whole different life, you know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily because of dad or other people that tell you, you know, who you are, you know, in the world. You know, it's because you fuck up, you know. And quite honestly, you know, when you fuck up, you know, you should be reminded. You should be, hey, like, hey, you see you fucked up right here, do better, you know. And that's what people that love you, and that's what people that care about you, that's what they say to you, you know. And they try to help uplift you, you know. And and I would take those messages. Well, of course, dad would never do the uplift. He'd just say, God damn, boy, you ain't worth shit. He would leave all the rest of it for me to figure out on my own. And it would take many, many years, you know. But yeah, Bulldog's House says the important thing is that you're learning from your lessons and you're moving on with A plus foot. You're going to have a slip every now and then, but nothing you can never recover from. And yeah, man, that's what I think about, you know, like, I mean, as far as I fell, guys, you guys have seen me at the very bottom. You know, you heard about me talking about raping people's kids and wives, and you heard me talk about shitting on my dad's grave. You know what I mean? And y'all have seen me fucking just twacked out of my fucking mind. You know what I mean? Just sitting here ranting and raving, you know, and going to jail and going to rehab, you know, and you know, just going from hotel to hotel, about to sleep under bridges and shit. Y'all seen me at my absolutely lowest and at my most horrendous. Y'all seen me make like the absolute worst mistakes, you know, and y'all would watch me do it almost on a daily basis, you know. And you know, it's like, you know, I know for a fact, you know, that y'all have seen me thrive, you know, because here we are now, you know, completely different Charlie in front of you guys, you know, completely different environment, you know, not just completely different with what got me a beard now and I have no hair, you know, it's like what's in here has definitely changed, you know, and it takes life situations, and it takes age, quite honestly, you know what I mean? Like, I could have tried as hard as I wanted to, you know, to attain the certain wisdom that I have now, you know, 3 years ago. But there was no way that I would be able to attain the wisdom that I have now 3 years ago unless I went through everything that I went through to understand and to know, you know, today, you know. So part of me is like, you know, thankful for the kindness or the anger and the evil that I was pushed into, you know. And I don't want to get too angry and stuff, and I don't want to, get too negative and stuff. But like I say, I was watching some videos today, and I was looking for pictures of me and Dad, and I saw the screenshot for, what was it called? Dad discussing family business. Let me see this right here. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about, actually. Let me get on here. Okay. Where's my search? Angry Grandpa and Charlie. And it just kind of hurt me, like this one right here, for one. The first one right here, Jennifer and Dad. That's where Jennifer decided to tell everybody, that I was raped, that she was raped by me and stuff. And look at Dad's face, man. Look at Dad's face, bro. Look how down he seems. Look how defeated Dad seems, and how embarrassed and just tired Dad looks right there. That kind of upset me. And then here's another one. Where's the other one at? It's down here. There, right here. Here it is, right here. And here's another one. Angry Grandpa Talks Family Drama Part 2. It was his Twitch upload. And look how sad Dad looks right here. And look at Jennifer right behind him. Like, There Jennifer is right behind him, like, whatever. Yeah, I said it. It may not be true, but I said it. It may be hurting Dad's feelings, but whatever. It needs to be done, And man, that kind of hurt me a little bit, bro. Another part, I was like, man, gotta go to sleep. Can't deal with that, But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's just Dad went through a whole bunch of unnecessary drama. And that was what, 3 months before Dad died. They like to sit there and say, Charlie, you killed Grandpa, and they like to say, JC, you killed Grandpa, But I got to see I would have to imagine that all that shit that he went through those last 3 months of his life, I imagine that took a toll on him far greater than Charlie being chased around the Southeast. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, like literally 3 months before Dad died. You know what I mean? Look here. He's having to go through this shit right here. He's having to answer for all the damn lies and bullshit that his children made on another child of his. Don't you think that upset Dad? Don't you think that hurt Dad? Knowing that he's going to be passing on anytime soon, he would end up going and having that surgery in October. I went to damn, it doesn't have a date on it. It doesn't have a month on it. But yeah, so I would be at Orlando Studios enjoying the Halloween Fright Fest or whatever, and Dad would be in the hospital, and that was October 31st, and he died December 14th. I got turned on by Michael and them, and at the end of June, beginning of July. So that's 6 months right there, from from all the drama starting to Dad passing away. And in between all that, what I'm saying, Dad's looking like this. He's dealing with shit like that. Jennifer telling the world that Charlie touched her vagina, and Kimberly telling the world that Charlie held her down and forcibly abused her and stuff. That is what really caused Dad's health to really fall into a funnel, I guess, as it were. AGP died on December 10th, 2017, and I would get in my shit June 30th, 2017. So all that shit that did go down, with me, it happened right there with Dad watching, and with Dad being forced to sit, front and center and explain, the lies that were put against me. You know what I mean? And yeah, it really hurt. I had to sit back and kind of just go to sleep, and just kind of woosah, relax, and it worked. It really did, man. I'm proud of myself, man. I you don't want to sit there and tell yourself that you're proud of yourself and stuff. You don't want to grow this fucking ego in this big head. You know what I mean? But quite frankly, damn it, I am proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? The way I've been handling everything, like I said, the last couple of days may not have been the best. You know what I'm saying? Because I've just been kind of harping on it, as opposed to speaking my piece and letting it go. I've kind of been grinding on it a little bit. So it wasn't really so much as what I was saying, as it was almost kind of, I don't know how long I was saying it. Like I said, you can blow that whistle all you want, you know what I mean? But after a while, everybody knows, you know, and you're only kind of hurting yourself, you know. Mm. Oh yeah. It's true, man. Says, wake up, fuck it, be you, be a good man, fuck the rest. You know, yeah. I mean, but you know, see, like that's one of those things where it's really easy to tell somebody. Like I hate that, man. Like I sit here and I'm dealing with things. Like I'm seriously dealing with emotional issues, guys. You know what I mean? And to hear somebody say, "Oh man, the fuck up, let it go, shut the fuck up about that, man. You need to grow up." You know, it's mental abuse, quite honestly. Like to sit there and tell somebody, "Oh, get the fuck over it, grow the fuck up." You know what I'm saying? That is, you know, that's what men have been dealing with since almost the beginning of time. We can't share our emotions, we can't share our feelings. You know what I mean? Whenever we're stuck on something or we're trying to express ourselves how we feel about something, you know, people got to come in and shut the fuck up, man up. You're a better man without it. Like people don't need to hear that. Honestly, I understand. I agree with you, you know, but I'm here to tell you guys that people don't. It affects people. You know what I mean? When we're on here and we're talking about our emotions and our feelings and where we're at in life and stuff, and somebody tells you, "Man, the fuck up," don't just ignore it. You know what I mean? That's like telling somebody with, you know, depression, clinical depression, telling them to cheer up, to happy up. You know what I mean? Because I mean, quite frankly, you know, like we can't help our emotions and our feelings. We can kind of control and guide them. But guys, I got to tell you, man, firsthand experience, it is never a good idea to keep your emotions and your feelings, you know, bottled up inside because it's gonna come out at some point or another. That lid is gonna become uncorked or the bottle is gonna explode. You know what I mean? And I've learned that, you know, so I've learned to kind of try to take it with a grain of salt. People that say that say these types of things like snap out of it, wake the fuck up, you're a better man than all that shit. You know what I mean? They mean well. That's where you got to understand. They mean well, even if their approach lacks a certain empathy or finesse, you know, as it were. It's true. You don't have to get upset, man. I understand. You don't have to get upset. I'm just trying to explain like things that are happening because, like, even for instance, Erica's grandma, she ended up getting a little mad with me, I guess, because like 2 days ago, she would say something kind of similar to that. You know, kind of, I wish that you would let it go, Charlie. You're a better man, and life will be a lot more brighter and vibrant. You know, vibrant and fruitful, you know, if you just let that shit go, you know. And I told her, I said, I'm sure I'll let it go eventually. It'll happen, but just not right now. I've got things that I'm going through that I need to let out. And it was the absolute truth, you know. And it is like people will let go of their things will let go of shit when they're ready. You know, like I say, you know, I'd made up, you know, I got drunk and I talked a whole bunch of shit about people, Isaac, his wife and kids and stuff like that, you know, and I've apologized. I have asked for forgiveness. I have been forgiven you, but not really because the shit is still there with them. You know, I've forgiven myself so that I can move on, you know, and realize that I'm not that person when I'm sober, you know, but unfortunately, like Isaac, you know, he has forgiven me. Then he has turned around and he has unforgiven me. Unforgiven. So I dubbed the unforgiven. He has dubbed me unforgiven, you know. But like that has nothing to do with me, quite honestly. Like I say, you know, it is up to us to let shit go and move on, you know. And it's never your responsibility to make sure that somebody is over a certain beef that you and them had in the past. As long as you feel contrite, completely and honestly contrite, and you come forward and you admit your wrongs and offer a sincere apology, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter whether that person accepts it or not. You know what I mean? Because you have waged that war on yourself. You know, you have looked deep inside and figured out, that you were wrong and that you bring it all to the table, you know, and there are so many people there are so many people out there that chase an apology. That chase that acceptance, as it were, you know. And maybe even I perhaps might have chased that acceptance for a little while, you know. Whether it was, tearfully or angrily, you know what I mean. I would still not accept that they didn't accept, you know, that I apologize, but you know they're saying I didn't. None of that matters, you know what I'm saying. It's all about what's in here. You've got to look inside yourself, you know what I mean? Make peace with it, and then you can move on. You know, like there were so many times where I would get irritated. I still get a little irritated and stuff sometimes, you know, about like the whole rape allegations and stuff, you know, which I'm not over that. You know what I mean? Those are wrongs that have been done to me, you know what I mean, that I have not been apologized for, that I have not been apologized to for, you know. So unfortunately, like there are still threads of that toxic situation that I'm holding on to, you know, and that I feel that I may hold on to, you know, until I get until I experience the certain reconciliation that I feel I deserve, you know, like nobody has ever come forward and been like, yeah, we lied about Charlie. You know, we didn't mean that. We're sorry, you know. So I guess a part of me still holds on to that. But yeah, definitely it's true, says be stronger. And yeah, you know, like definitely that's what it's about. It's about strength and resolve, you know. And that's why I am where I am today, you know, and you know, accepting of myself and of my situation, and downright happy with myself and my situation. You know, not only like there was a time where, you know what I'm saying, where you know, I realized the error in my ways, and I was accepting who I was, you know, and accept not who I was, but who I was previously, you know. Um, um, but I guess I hadn't really made a certain amount of peace with it because I was still drinking and stuff. Like there was still a haze that was over me, you know, that was telling me, well, you weren't exactly wrong for this and you weren't exactly wrong for that. You know what I mean? That was hindering my my rebirth process, as it were, you know, and and resulted in me continuously falling down in front of you guys. Once every few weeks, I'd get wasted and I'd get on the mic and I'd talk shit. And damn, isn't that crazy, man? Like once every couple of weeks, you know, once every few weeks, I was getting out there and talking shit and destroying my process, my rebuilding process. And I sit back and I think about myself now. Here I am 6 months later. You know what I mean? The length and the time that I put under my belt and shown you all that I can actually do it, and that I'm serious about the change. I'm really surprised that you all stood with me as long as you did. And I thank you, man. And I'm sorry for that, you know, like just realizing almost now, you know what I mean, that my following dealt with Charlie getting fucked up every 2 and 3 weeks and doing something fucked up at least once a month, you know, that he would have to atone for and go through the motions of depression over again. Every time I got fucked up, I'd wake up the next morning depressed about it, you know, and that in itself takes a couple of days, you know. But you all stayed beside me, man. You know, you all watched this prolific character, you know what I'm saying, build himself up and destroy himself, you know what I'm saying, on a regular basis, you know. And I apologize for that, man. I really do. You know, wasted opportunities and wasted years, quite frankly, you know. And I don't want to sit there and look down on myself and beat myself up. 139 people watching. Oh wow, I got 139 people watching me bare my soul. Man, I love that so much. You know, I don't have to engage in the drama. I don't have to say fuck this person and fuck that person to keep you guys. The fact that I'm sitting here bearing my soul, you know, and talking about my own personal issues, you know, and we got 139 people here watching, that means a lot to me, man. It really does. I don't have to fall down that rabbit hole of clickbait and lies and character. You know what I'm saying? I can just be myself. You know, and if I had done this, if I had, man, you know, and I don't, like I said, I don't want to beat myself up and look too down on myself about this, you know. But man, just imagine if I had literally tried when I first moved in with Erica. Imagine if I had really just quit drinking, you know, and started building my life. Where would I be today? You know, like here we are 6 months and I feel so great. My life has gained new color, you know, and has turned a new direction, you know, in only 6 months. Just imagine where I would have been in 3 years, you know. I'd have been a whole lot further off than I am here right now, you know. But like I say, you know, I try to make positives out of every negative, you know what I mean? I try to take the shit that I've been through, you know, and I try to you know, learn lessons from it. All that shit that I went through, you know, I learned something from it, you know what I mean? And I had he was a mentor, he was a counselor at Meridian, which was the rehab that I went to. Very good, guys. If any of you guys are suffering from addictions that you can't get out of, you know, and this weight that you just can't push off the top of you, check out this place called Meridian in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. No man is left behind. And guys, this place was so wonderful. Leather, everything, Buddha statues everywhere. $1 million place. $1 million resort right there on Fort Lauderdale. And these people actually cared. I mean, you know, like I would develop the skills that would help me today, you know, that I wouldn't use a year ago, you know. And there was this counselor, his name was Dan, and Dan would go on as Dan was dropping me off at the airport to come back to Charleston. He was going back to Meridian to be inducted in as like one of the head guys, right below second man, you know. And he was a really super nice guy, man. And he told me, man, you know, like he really didn't believe. I got a shirt coming in today. I have to show y'all. I thought that was the UPS. But anyway, like he really did not believe that I was going to stay sober. You know, like I'd only been in the program a month, exactly a month, you know. And besides that, you know, people are constantly relapsing. You know, they say that the rate is like 90%, 85%, you know, relapse rate, you know. But he would try and fill my head with positivity, you know, and telling me that I can do it and stuff. And he would tell me, you know, that it took every single relapse that he went through to get him to become the man that he was that day. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to a man that is about to be a vice president of a multi-million-dollar recovery program out in the middle of Recovery Central, Florida. There's nothing but recovery and addiction going on in Florida. You're either addicted as fuck to something or you're recovering from something in Florida. And man, I tell you, you know, to sit back right now and just think about those words from that man, you know, who had been through so much and who is now, you know, in such a high position to help people and stuff, you know, and he earned that position by staying sober, by staying honest, and by staying vigilant, you know. And like I say, man, he told me straight up, you know, that you know, it took every single relapse for him to finally quit, you know, and that's where I am at, you know, that's where I'm at right now. It's true, says we are your AA chat. I appreciate that, man. You know, but I'll tell you what, like I tried this. I tried like the AA chat. Machito the barber says Palm Beach, Florida. Dude, it was so beautiful down there, Fort Lauderdale by the sea. Guys, I've never been swimming somewhere where I can see down to the bottom of the fucking water. I've never swam in clear water, guys. I was out at Fort Lauderdale. I was swimming in clear water. I swam out to where it looked like it was about 30 feet down, and I was kind of like, I was a little scared, but I was okay. I'm like, I can see it. It's fine. Until I saw what looked to be about a 13-foot fucking tuna or something very shiny swim underneath me about 20 feet below me. And I was like, okay. But guys, yeah, so beautiful, man. I'm used to being at Folly Beach, man. It's like the tide at Omaha Bay, man. There's just like shit and grime and fucking placentas floating up at you. At Folly Beach. Yeah. Folly Beach is Omaha Bay compared to Fort Lauderdale by the sea. I really enjoyed it, man. But it's true, yeah, like I say, man, you know, I did when I first moved back down to Columbia, and I was going to try to get in touch with my daughter right after Dad passed away, and me and the family reconciled and shit. I thought that I was doing well. I thought I was doing good, you know, and I had you guys. I was staying at that hotel by myself and shit, and I was getting a scratch. I was getting the urge, you know. The gas station wasn't but right across the street, you know, and I would go live with you guys, and I would talk to you guys, you know, throughout the middle of the day. But by nighttime, I was running across the street and I was drinking, you know. It was because I didn't have that resolve in myself, you know. But like I say, nevertheless, all that is my past, you know. And it has helped to forge the man I am today, you know. Coming up on an hour, guys. I don't want to be on here too long. I figured I was going to vlog for I was going to go live with you all for about an hour. Just to try and bring a positive note back to all this. Like I say, you know, I've been doing really well avoiding all that negativity and drama and bullshit. 126 people watching. Thank you all. Jason Hartley says, stop quoting veterans saying no man is left behind. You're no veteran. You know what? fuck you. You know what I'm saying? If you're one of these types of fucking veterans or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that feel like you're better than me, you know what I mean, that you're above me because you saved my ass or this, that, or a third, fuck you. You can go to hell. If I can't quote a decent, good, honest, decent, my grandfather was a veteran. If I can't quote my veteran because you, a veteran family member, because you feel some kind of way about it, then fuck you. How do you like that? Yeah, you look. Gregory says, yeah, fuck you, Jason. And you've been timed out. You know, you don't have to, like, here's another thing. Like, if you're going to go serve your country, you don't have to be sour about it. You don't have to be sour at me because I haven't put in the sacrifices that you put in. I'll thank you and I'll show you respect for the sacrifices that you've made for our country. But if you're going to come at me like that, well, then fuck you, bro. You have soured yourself. You think that you're better than the people that you're fighting for. And you can go to hell. Straight up. That's how I feel. And I don't even know what a commie is, but I'll take it then. I don't care. That's another thing. Like, I've just been like caught up in like all the political drama, you know what I mean? And with the political drama, everybody feels that they're right. You know what I mean? I've been sitting here fucking, you know, everybody's got their own values and their own prides and their R's and their D's, and they're all butting heads and bashing heads, you know what I'm saying? And I've just been sitting on the sideline like, shit, really? You know what I mean? You guys are not what makes America great. You guys are what brings America down. You know what I mean? I don't care if you've lost a limb in the war. I don't care how many years you've put in. You know what I'm saying? If you can't come back into our great country and be an honest, decent human being without starting shit with our immediate fucking environment, then you're not making America great. You're not helping create what you fucking fought for. You know, and in that, it makes you a horrible fucking person. You're fighting for the wrong things. You're fighting for your own ideals. You're not fighting for the ideals of the American people. You're fighting so that you can have a say and say, I'm right. Babies shouldn't be aborted. You know, Baptist is the only religion. Respect my God. He's your God too. You know, you have no right, bro. You have absolutely no fucking right, bro. And maybe you shouldn't have came back. Maybe you didn't sacrifice enough of yourself. Maybe that's what it probably is. You see these people that come back from the war and stuff, and they're soured where everybody else, I feel like maybe they're sour with themselves. They feel like they didn't give the ultimate sacrifice. They didn't sacrifice enough. But bro, that's not on me. That's not on me. Not on me. But anyways, like I say, bro, I will digress because like I said, I try to stay positive with all of this. You know what I mean? I try to stay positive with my life. You'll have people like the Jasons, you know what I mean, that are going to come in. They're going to come in and they're going to poke and point and say, you're wrong, you know, you're bad, you know. But it's really up to you, you know what I mean, to make a difference in your own world, to decide whether or not this person is going to affect you or not, you know. And yeah, you know, so I just got to be reminded of the Jasons out there, and while doing my own thing, you know. Let's see here. America was founded by Christians. Communists want to destroy the Western culture. Like, well, I mean, like, don't we know that our culture is flawed anyway? I mean, like, change the Western culture. I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, did we not create America actually off of slavery? Let's go ahead and be honest, guys. The wealth of America was created off of slavery and off of our, you know, the white, whoever was around at the time, off of their interest in keeping the African American race down. I saw something. I was watching Dave Chappelle the other day. Like, don't you know, even the Northerners that were trying to defend, that was trying to abolish slavery and that was trying to end slavery, don't you know that even the Northerners were only considering a slave as 3/5 of a man? So that way, blacks and African Americans couldn't rise up fully and elect their own president, their own leaders. You know what I'm saying? Because they were only 3/5 of a man. You know what I mean? So go ahead and forget what you think about Western civilization and what America was founded on. You know what I'm saying? You need to really dig deep and see where we come from. Now, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to abolish, you know what I'm saying, my ancestors, you know what I mean? Because quite frankly, I don't feel like we, the Greens, profited from any slave labor whatsoever. We've been broke since broke. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was that, like, look at the 50s. Everybody talks about the golden years, the good old days, the 50s, the swing loving 50s, back when black people couldn't use the same bathrooms as white people, back when black people had to stand up on the buses so that white people can have a place to sit. You know what I mean? You want to talk about Western values, you can't deny that. And so maybe to ruin Western civilization isn't to ruin it, it's to alter it. It is to repair a broken system that we just utilized and lived by. Guys, oh my goodness, man. I have a lot to talk about. I have my own beliefs. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and try and destroy Western civilization. God, I really hate the doomsday people. Like, so many people, once Joe Biden is elected into office, they're stripping guns from everybody. It's a whole new America. I really can't stand conspiracy theorists, you know what I'm saying? Because you do nothing to help bring us together as a people neither. Oh my God. But yeah, you know what I mean? To sit there and say that we're going to destroy Western civilization is to say that we are ignoring. Well, how are we destroying? They're destroying Western civilization by showing people, exactly how we got where we are today. That's what the Germans do. Don't you know that in Germany, you're not allowed to talk about Nazis? You're not allowed to throw that hand up. They're not teaching their children about the Nazi right. They're trying to ignore it. It never happened. What do they say? They say that Auschwitz never happened. The Holocaust never happened. America made up the Holocaust. You know what I mean? Rather than sit there and face it and admit it to their future generations that, hey, we fucked up and we tried, we committed genocide. They say, oh, it never happened. It never happened. You know what I mean? When in reality, how do you say it? Native American culture, the Native American genocide is the greatest genocide in the world. How many Native Americans have been obliterated for our free country? I don't want to talk too much shit. I love my country. We have no choice. We have no say in what happens in the past. We can only take care of our futures. You know what I'm saying? We can only focus on the future, But I mean, I think David Fall says in Germany it is a crime to deny the Holocaust. Well, I did not hear that at all. Let's see here. Is it a crime to deny the Holocaust? Let's see here. Is it a crime to deny the Holocaust? I got to see that. 16 European countries and Israel have laws against Holocaust denial. It doesn't say anything about Germany though. England. So you know what it is? I know exactly what it is. If you're living in another country other than Germany, and you try to sit there and say, oh, the Holocaust never happened. I was never involved in anything like that. They will lock your ass up. That is so fucking awesome. I love it, bro. Just like in Glorious Bastards, whenever Brad Pitt, he's like, yeah, I imagine you leave out of here. You're going to take off that uniform. Ain't no one going to know you're a Nazi, a Nazi. Well, we're going to go ahead and help them out. You're going to know you're a Nazi. And they freaking scarred a freaking damn swastika right into the man's head. I love that shit. These Nazis and stuff out there denying that it ever happened, that they ever, tortured and gassed these people and millions, England will lock your ass up for that fact. I love that. Respergu, thank you so much, brother. Real talk, Mr. Charlie. Don't forget the Native American truth. I mean, it is there. I will pass it along. Me being, 1/5 Native American, you know what I mean? It's in my blood. Iron War says every civilization has owned slaves and fought for land. Do actual research. Hey, I'm not sitting here saying that we started it. I'm not going to sit here and say that America hasn't started slavery. I do know for a fact that there has been slavery for thousands of years. The Jews have been oppressed and enslaved for thousands of years. You know, but he says, do your research. But just because I'm calling out white people doesn't mean that you need to take offense to it, bro. Like if you take offense to the fact that I'm calling out what our ancestors did, you know what I mean? And instead you're like, oh, well, they did it too. Do your research, dummy. Maybe you feel guilty about something, you know? Maybe you feel guilty about something. So anyways, like I say, man, this is going to get off the rails. Like I say, you know, here we are encroaching upon values again, guys. You know what I'm saying? Where you have your values and beliefs and I have my values and beliefs, you know, and there is no reason for us to sit there and call each other wrong and throw insults and slurs and make enemies out of each other. You know what I'm saying? Just because we're just because we're focusing on things that we don't believe in together. When there are so many things, you know what I'm saying, that we all do agree on. So many more things that we can all focus on that are good, you know what I mean, rather than just the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say bullshit, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, you have your values, you have your beliefs, and no man has any right to say that you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what we find ourselves getting into though. Whenever we talk about things, you know, that we don't agree on, you know, that we believe passionately in, you know, we turn into enemies. We turn it into a fight, you know. And I don't want that. You know, I mean, I really don't, man. Like, you know, just because we share different values and beliefs doesn't make you a bad person. And it doesn't make me a bad person. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to try to focus on, guys. We're coming up on Thanksgiving, guys, and Christmas. And that's another reason, like, I didn't want to brew all this negativity and all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, it's Thanksgiving, guys. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. We're coming up on Christmas, man. We all need to find reasons, and we all need to focus on the good in life and stuff to be thankful for, you know what I mean, in this time, you know, of turmoil, quite honestly, you know what I mean? We all need to come together, and we all need to just love one another, you know what I'm saying? We all need to embrace, you know, the season for what it really means, you know, and that's togetherness and understanding, you know, and kindness, you know. And I just feel like that I've been kind of going down the wrong road the last couple of days myself, you know. So I wanted to come on here and I wanted to push all that aside, you know. So I mean, I apologize to any of you guys, you know, if I've offended you, you know what I mean, for my beliefs. You know, we really shouldn't have to apologize in the first place. But, you know, being in the public eye and having 130 some odd people here watching, you know what I mean? Not all of you are going to agree with me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to seem like I'm pushing my shit off as fact, and I don't want to offend any of you guys, you know, because y'all mean so much to me, you know what I mean? You've all helped me, you know, come out of the pits, you know what I mean, the darkest points of my life. You were all there with me, you know what I mean? And I don't want to sit here and focus on, you know, religion or politics with you all. You know, I'd rather focus on the kindness and love, you know, and the generosity, you know what I mean, that you have all shared with me. And I apologize, Jason Hartley says, I understand where you're coming from. And I apologize to you, Jason. I didn't mean it, you know, like I said, you know, thank you for your service, sir. Quite honestly, you know, you know, I can only imagine how it was, you know, out there with the bullets flying over your head and shit, you know. I just watched Saving Private Ryan for the very first time about a week ago. And don't you know, I would see on, it's so crazy. Like, I think freaking Google's watching me, man. I watched Saving Private Ryan for the first time last week. And the very next day, I saw some shit on 9gag. And they were talking about how after Saving Private Ryan came out, that all the veterans that watched it, man, I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about this. All the veterans that watched Saving Private Ryan, most of them would have to go see therapy doctors. Like, man, look at that, because they said that the freaking opening scene was so real that it triggered their PTSD, you know. So I mean, and I've got family, you know, saying my papa, he was a veteran, you know, my papa was a veteran, you know, my uncle, both of my cousins, their whole family. My uncle's dad was actually a general in the army, and he is actually now a mayor in Montana. So like really high military expectations for that side of the family. But yeah, you're welcome, Jason. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I don't want to ostracize any of you guys, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we all have a right to feel how we feel about certain key issues and topics and stuff. But man, like, I just want to, you know, we should not worry about that shit. Deal with that shit on your own, you know, deal with it internally to help it make you the man or the woman that you need to be. you know, and just try to be accepting of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And things could be so much better, you know. Could really be awesome. Like I said, I was going to tell y'all a story about the first time that I had cranberry sauce, and then I think I'm going to get off of here, guys. But first time ever having cranberry sauce, guys. I was 11 years old, man. We had just moved to Columbia from Charleston. The brokest that we had ever been broke in our life, man. Like, Dad really barely had 2 fucking pennies to rub together, you know. And we had just got our own place, the place that would actually burn down. And no money, you know. Dad was working at a place called Circuit City. He would work in the evenings doing repair calls for people who had dishwashers that were on the fritz, you know. And he was only working at nighttime, part-time. Mom wasn't working at the time. We had no freaking money, man. And I remember going with Mom one day because I needed some new shoes, and she was going to go to this place called Helping Hands to get us to get us children some clothes, and they were giving out Christmas Thanksgiving dinners, you know. And I won't forget it. We went up there, and I had these shoes that were talking to me, man, that were just flapping and talking to me, you know. It's raining again. So anyways, that were flapping and talking to me, and they told me to go pick out a new pair of shoes, go get myself another pair of shoes. So I went into the back, and I searched around, dude, and I picked out the ugliest, orangest pair of tennis shoes you ever saw. I thought they were so fucking cool. I thought I was Michelangelo. Hey, love, you get off early? Yeah. Awesome. Erica's here, so I'll be getting off here to go see her in a minute. But yeah, so I picked out the ugliest, orangest pair of shoes that I thought were just the bomb. I thought I was Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles, is who I thought I was, right? I remember we pulled up to this place. Hey, baby.
Hi, guys.
That's some good positivity right there. Looking good straight off of work. Oh, yeah. But they all say, "What's up, Erica?" Yeah, you know, we pull up to this place called Helping Hands, and I won't forget it, man. There was 2 hands that were like this. It was a blue faded front entrance with this mural of 2 hands like this with a rainbow coming out of the hands, or maybe going into the hands. I think coming out of the hands is God's giving love, you know, springing forth from his palms, you know. And and like wrapped around the building almost twice, you know. And we went in there, and I got my tennis shoes. Everyone's saying hello, Erica. And then I got back with Mom, and we sat in line. We finally got our dinner, guys. Let me tell you, there were so many people that were up there trying to get these Thanksgiving dinners, you know, that had reserved for these dinners and shit, that Helping Hands weren't even giving out turkeys. We got next in line, and they gave us a whole chicken. You know how big a whole chicken is? It ain't that damn big compared to a turkey. They gave us a whole chicken. They gave us a box of like the Kraft mac and cheese dinner, a box of like the cheap stovetop stuffing. What was it? A pack of Jell-O, marshmallows, and cranberry sauce, and that was it, guys. Dad was expecting a turkey and stuff, you know, and we all were expecting a turkey, you know, and instead, man, we get home, it wasn't even a box of food. It was a bag, and we're still thankful, still super thankful for everything that, you know, all the donations and stuff that we, you know, enjoyed, you know, because we wouldn't have had Thanksgiving, in other words, you know. But nonetheless, we were deflated. We had these thoughts. We're like, oh, they're going to help us. We're going to have green bean casserole, and we're going to have macaroni. And Dad's like, I got a little bit of extra money. They'll maybe give us half of the macaroni, and I'll buy some cheese and stuff to go on top of it, you know. And it just didn't happen. You know, we ended up getting the whole chicken, you know, the dressing, the green beans, and the cranberry sauce, you know. And I remember just like, you know, it was very meager, you know, it was very meager chicken, you know, it was 1 chicken for 6 people. And I just remember not, you know, really, we were always kind of down and stuff, you know. Dad was trying to get us all up, keep us going and stuff. And the cranberry sauce, man, I thought it was turkey blood. Growing up my whole life, I thought that they killed the turkey, they poured the cranberry sauce into the can, and they congealed it, and you ate the turkey blood with the turkey. I don't know. I just thought that people called it cranberry sauce just to kind of throw you off or whatever. Well, this year, you know what I'm saying, Dad would actually talk about cranberry sauce, and I would realize that it wasn't turkey blood, and that it was good, that it wasn't too bad. I remember the chicken was so dry and just bland and stuff. You know what I mean? Um, that we opted to try a little bit of cranberry sauce on it. Dad was like, "Come here and try it," you know. And I'll never forget it, man. Like, Dad put it in my damn mouth. Like, oh God, your dad had some dirty hands. But he did. He got a big old fat piece of chicken, put some cranberry sauce on it, and I didn't want to hold it, so I just kind of closed my eyes and did like that, you know, and then ate the cranberry sauce on the chicken, guys. And I got to tell you, like, it was just like an explosion of flavor, like I never tasted before. An explosion of flavor, so great, in fact, that I remember it today. You know, it was the most meager Thanksgiving that we would ever have. Um, but it's also one of the most memorable. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about what you have, it's about who you have to share it with and what they make, what they bring. Excuse me. It's not about what you have, it's about who you have and what they bring to the table within themselves. You know what I mean? Like, it could have been a very uneventful thing. Probably not, because it was still the brokest that we have ever been. It was the meagerest Thanksgiving that we had ever had. So I would have remembered it regardless, you know. But every time I think about that time, you know what I'm saying, I don't think about, you know, our little plate of food, you know, or the that deflated feeling that we felt whenever we got home and it was just, you know, a couple of things, you know. I think about the cranberry sauce, man. You know, and I think, and it helps me realize, you know what I mean, even when you're at your lowest and when you have your very least, you know what I mean, that an unexpected surprise, even something as small and simple as cranberry sauce, you know what I mean, it can really make your whole day. You know what I mean, and it's all about how you take it. You know, you can look at that cranberry sauce and be like, "Fuck it, it was the worst part of the meal. It wasn't nothing to it either," or you can be like, "Wow, it made the meal." You know. And so that's where I'm at right now, guys. Like I say, I've been indulging myself in this negativity and shit, you know, over the past couple of days, you know, and in return, it has kind of made me feel like a negative person, you know what I mean? And I just need to stray away from that shit, you know what I'm saying? Not really stray away, because it's always going to be with me, like I say, until, you know, Michael and Jennifer and Kim, until they come forward and they apologize, you know, and we try to make amends for the past, you know. Well, then, you know, everything that has been said and done is still going to weigh heavy in the air for me, unfortunately, you know. But I don't have to sit there and focus on that shit. And I don't have to be about it every single fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Because life is wonderful and life is as beautiful as you let it be. You know, life can be as positive as you're willing to surround yourself in it, or it can be as negative as you want, should you choose to surround yourself, you know, with negative things. Tan may have a great brother. I'm about to get off of here too, man. But yeah, you know, just, you know, this is just me just trying to stay positive again, guys, and let you all know I love you and stuff, you know, and let you know that all 129 of you here, man, that's so awesome, bro. Let you all know that you know, that I am trying, that I have changed, that I am trying, you know what I mean, and that I do have the ability to let that shit go. You know what I mean? You know, most of my life, you know, I never really could let shit go. You know what I mean? I would say I'm letting it go and stuff, but it would always kind of dig at me and deep down in my core, you know, and then I would react, you know. Um, uh, so yeah, you know, really, honestly, like, I've been working on this anger thing of mine only like a month now, probably. Like, I would sit there and say, yeah, I'm working on it, but as soon as I felt that itch or, you know, that trigger, you know, I'd abandon all my progress because I wasn't really putting forth any real progress to begin with, you know. But you know, like, it's been almost a month now that I've been working on my anger and stuff like that. Maybe not even a month, like 3 weeks, you know. But just those 3 weeks have really done wonders for me, you know what I mean? And just try. Just like with my alcohol, you know, like I said that I wanted to quit, but I never really truly wanted. I never really truly tried, you know, until I did, you know, and now here we are 6 months later. And You know, it's a whole lot easier now than it was then. You know what I mean? And I'm finding that's happening with my anger too. As long as I try and I separate and I meditate, you know what I mean? That I'll stay calm, you know, that I won't blow up and stuff. And you know, it's all progress, guys. Day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, friend by friend, you know, and you all have been true friends to me. I love you all. Edgar Garcia, Pooh Bear Win Mays, Chrissy, Tan May, you know, you guys mean a lot to me. And like I say, I'm doing everything I can, you know, to bring forth a newer, more positive Charlie to you guys, you know, and I really think that you all see it, you know. So, anyways, man, I'm gonna bounce off of here, man. JT is drunk. We love you, man. Joshua Thompson, Jordan Yon, David Falls. It's true, man. Have a great one, brother. Mackenzie Patrick, Kevin Zerfus. Love to you, brother, man. Wolfpack for life. Dawn of the Dead, Ace, man. Love you, Ace. Ace and Chrissy. Jason, thank you again for, you know, I apologize once again, you know, but it really shows, you know, strength and maturity, you know what I mean? That way we can sit there and argue just 5 minutes ago and then be able to apologize, you know what I'm saying, and mean it and be cool, you know, and that's growth and that's maturity right there. I feel. What do you think, man? Did I display any maturity there in handling that situation? I started off the rails, but I think I kind of brought it back. And I feel like that's a true sign of maturity right there. So many people out there can't admit when they're wrong and stuff like that, or when they fuck up, you know, and just do it. You know, I fucked up. I can, you know, I admit it. You know, whatever. Like I said, maybe not so much as fuck up, but I did fuck up. I started cussing and shit like that. Yeah. So, Dawn of the Dead, Jason, it's true, Mammon, Mammon. There you go. Michelle McLeod, Mackenzie Patrick, all you guys, man. Thank you all for watching, and catch you on the flippity flip. I love you guys. Y'all have a great afternoon, man. Thank you so much for tuning in.